Welcome everyone to a game called Kona. Kona is a detective game, but I don't think you can hear me right now with this loud music. So let's just load in real quick. Apparently we're supposed to solve a mystery, and now I've seen one YouTuber plays and I thought it was really good. Really good graphics. A really good story. But this requires big brain energy, something that I don't have, chat. Let's just hope that I can solve it. Northern Quebec, October 1970.
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Throttle.
They had set up to meet at the general store.
God, this is sensitivity.
Business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it. When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Good God, this sensitivity. No, oh God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, apply these settings. Load checkpoint audio to the main menu graphics. Okay. It's a bit better. It's a bit better. Cool, an empty bottle. Okay, so I can zoom in. It will be good. Okay then. Oh, Jesus. Wait, no. Read it. No. No. God. Okay. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable minerals could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Get involved and invest now. Quebec's economic might well be awakened. God, I hate my life. At the heart of the wilderness, the north is swarming with wolves, caribous, bears, partridges, foxes, snowy owls, hordes of other majestic creatures. Every bit of equals Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. Come, discover the north, and experience a genuine white jungle. Or a snowy place to freeze your balls off. These graphics are not half bad. Okay, that's kinda weird. So, this is a detective game, and I've got to solve this bitch. Got pliers. A fire starter. In case for them cold winter nights. Alright, this sensitivity is kind of weird, not gonna lie. We drive a Chevrolet. That's pretty cool.
Carl was meeting his client in a store near this area. He was on the right track.
Thank you, narrator.
Hamilton never mentioned a road-blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
That's not necessarily the case. You can kind of make...
Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Damn right. God, that car is really loud. I can't wait to ditch it.
Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
Thank you, narrator.
The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Whoa, hey! Alright, so we just got knocked unconscious. A few hours later. What?
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Okay, first of all, it doesn't just magically snow like this over a few hours. Title card. Yep. Oh yeah, we crashed into this head first. Positive, Polaroid film, matches, cigarettes. Fuck it, empty bottle. This will be our inventory from now on, I guess.
Complaining was not in Carl's nature. It would take more than light injuries to interrupt his investigation.
Light injuries, yeah. How did that... Oh. Well, where's the guy?
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
Where would he would have gone?
It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
Okay. Is that it? How do I check inventory? Here we go. Can I not use any of this? A flashlight? A map?
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Okay, I get it, Carl. You're freezing.
Ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
I would love to become a detective. Okay, I'm freezing my ass off. I need to find... South Antipeak. When under stress, Carl is less accurate and runs shorter distances. Okay, I get it. Okay, Jesus Christ. 8 matches. Fucking excuse me? I need logwood. Okay, let's just... Okay. I get it.
Carl couldn't give up. Surely something in there could be useful.
Alright, we get it, narrator. Close the door! There, Jesus Christ, can you stop complaining now? Hey, just stick your hands in the fire, why don't you? Cool, you stopped whining like a little bitch, let's do this. Like how he never talks, it's just, I like the narrator, he's like your best friend, that's like the I swear to God, it's like the Stanley Parable series. I'll check that out later. For now, let's endure this long climb to the tunnel. There was nothing here. It's a dead end. Where is everyone? Fine. Tire. I found out how to run.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Lay chains. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm just a dingus. Pulls out my flashlight. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Zoom in, next section, previous section, zoom in. Okay. Infestation, a case of vandalism. Meeting at general store tomorrow, 11 a.m. El Manure Hamilton vs. I can't read French. The crash, a cold mystery. The weather is crazy here. Air marker of, sorry, Jesus fucking Christ. So I like how there's also things you have to fill out yourself. Here we go. Carl Faubert, man. Faubert, fuck it. Origin Montreal, 42, private detective. I'm a private detective. It pays the bills along with my veteran's pension from my time in Korea. Usually I'm hired to track unfaithful husbands, but divorces are expensive, so fidelities are scarce these days. William Hamilton hired me. He had a check and many promises. And I really wanted to leave Montreal, and Lake Emptic is a pretty place to get away. When you want to leave, you leave. William J. Hamilton, male, origin Chicago, 55, businessman. Yeah, 13 years younger than. Rich industrialist, much hated and much loved. Anything that isn't his in the Madison region, he wants. Buying is his only power. Okay, sorry, this handwriting is weird. Hamilton has complained time and time again of being persecuted. Sometimes they'll say it's just for the people. It's the people of the lake. Empty. I can't fucking say that. Sometimes the Cree people. Some would say he deserves it. When you exploit people, the least you can do is stay away from them. And that's it. Equipment. I got flashlight, journal, map, camera, with a lot of film. Consumables. Cigarettes, locked iron box. A key is required to open. Ah, well, it's worth a shot.
Carl, like many of his contemporaries, felt like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking. Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
That's not how that works. That fucking kills you faster.
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more.
Faubert
and was now on his way to new adventures.
Amazing. I knew you could smoke cigarettes in this game. Carl's in bad shape. He needs to heal his wounds and body before he can. Oh, what a bitch. Alright, you big baby. Let's just go find your stupid medical supplies. I think I saw him in the cabin too, which is weird. It's legit right there. Just take it. Take it. I swear to God, he's not taking it. Oh my God, Carl, you're gonna fucking make me have an aneurysm. Something strange in there. We checked there. There was nothing inside there. So far in this detective's journey, we are 20 minutes in and I don't know where the hell I'm going. Take a log just in case.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. there's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Well, thank you, I guess. So where am I? Okay, so this is basically the map. We have a bridge that leads to there. Lake. And all this. What does that lead to? And that's where Hamilton is? All the way up there? Good God. It's going to have a lot of exploring to do. It may be small of a map, but it is a very interesting game. Chance to crunch. I need to find out the game equipment journal. Oh wait, that's just that. I'm an idiot. Map options, documents. Isabel photo. And the significance of that was equipment inventory. Here we go. Firestar, Polaroid film, pincers, log, matches. Amazing. So a triangle is a quick way to when you I know he's in bad shape. Just let me access the other side of the truck then. The trunk, I'm an idiot. Cool, now, let's go. God, seeing this is really bad. Can't see a thing. I'm not even accelerating.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes, the Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry. The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
This president almost crashed there. Let's see. This is buffering. Here? The general store. Oh, hold on, let me check the trophies in this game. Sweet Jesus. Onwards on foot. Complete the game without using vehicles past the store. Sorry about that, guys. That.
The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit. Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first. Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was there a possible lead?
Generator's still on. Let it be known you're nothing more than a bear.
Seems
a
like
robber,
some
a garbage
barely
one.
tolerated each other.
A viper, a leech, a monster. You're holding a knife at my throat. Too bad for me, but. Torn pig. It's locked.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized. Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
That is true. Place is a mess. Oh, I forgot. The text is on walls. Mysterious unbranded cans. Coca-Cola, ha 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 ha.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
A broken clock, how convenient. Oh, fuck. What's this?
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Seems like there's some sort of code.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers can catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I will have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop. Unless would you like me to come and fill in for me? I wouldn't dare advise you. After all, you must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your delicate manager, Gilles Giles.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Has to be one of these. Then again, it could be just, we just have to keep looking, I guess. They've covered his body.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs. The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Secretary wouldn't be luxury in here. Is booming. The Norfolk area's population will soon reach 30,000 souls, among which thousands of happy families will be prospering thanks to the hard labor of their fathers, who will be contributing valiantly and expanding Quebec's national wealth. Mines and hydroelectricity, hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream, turn into your reality now. The mines, a sector in fucking K. The mines, a sector expansion. Did you know that since the 1960s, Canada tripled the amount of resource royalties it collects? Did you know that the country's true resource of richness is lying under your very feet at this very moment? The building of our schools, our hospitals depends on our minerals, exploring resources, the road to our future. Interesting. The general store also serves as a post office for locals. Nice car. Cleanest spot in the area. Hardware. Wires. And no. Yeah, we're not doing that here.
Something fell to the bottom of the box. The punks wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Oh, amazing.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one. The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
At least we know it's fragile.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge. The poor thing was out of power.
Okay, I get it now. Let's go. I'm only gonna play an hour of this because I have to finish other games as well.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge. The poor thing was out of power.
That done it. Come on.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge. The poor thing was out of power.
The general store, so I can either go left, front, and then a few more things, and then still going to Hamilton's house. Looks like a final place. Interesting. So open the cash register, punch in the price, press sell, turn the crank 2 times, punch the machine if it doesn't work. Punch the price. They may have done it this time.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Fuck off. Thank God. It doesn't have to, that big baby. Cool, what was the point of this?
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
It was all just to get a crowbar. Okay. It's one tough blocks. No, so we route the power to the general store. on. It's something about documents. Cash. Oh, okay. Punch in the price. 2 numbers. Press sale. Turn the thing 2 times. Punch the machine if it doesn't work. What the hell does that say? Oh, sale. That's how that works? Are you serious?
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent.
A letter from Hamilton.
Receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
It is, as a citizen of Her Majesty in the free economic chambers of the world, that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment, and I cannot write at length, but I am requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of the Committee of the Honor. As I So let's check the map. So according to this,
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there. Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The secret had sought.
wait a minute. Something that doesn't make sense.
Gilles Lachance owned the general store. That is, before Hamilton got his hands on it.
Okay, yeah, bad wolves, bad wolves, bad wolves, bad wolves. Get in the car, 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 get in the car. a shitty shot, I can tell you that much. So see those bastards again. Game. Reach on. I don't have that, not yet.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Did that thing again. So, there's gonna be a lot of backtracking involved, which is kinda cool. Looks like we're gonna have to explore everything. Well, that is gonna be all for Kona. I don't know how to save. Main menu. Thank you for joining me for tonight. I know it was short, but, you know,